Seems like everyone started right. Sure. Hmm. That was just a wild stream title. Let's go. Yeah, I guess. That's all good to go. Sorry, stream started a bit late. For anyone that's already here. Just got back. Schedule's been a bit crazy lately. Let's... Sup, Zora? Alright, so we got that. That's all good. Cool. We're good. Alright. Recently got the necklace piece. We actually get to turn that in because I don't think I have that one. Let's check out some of these outfits. Ah, yes. Hot or not, stream. Hot or not. Alright. I don't know why it had messages. There's nothing new in here. Let's see before. So what quests were we getting after? Nurture of the Shadows. That's what we wanted. Right? Yes. Reggie is covering the fit. Oh, you're right. Reggie does cover the fit. Hold on. There we go, stream. See, definitely hot. Anyways. Alright. I didn't know that automatically rotates. Events. Oh, this just tells you that Maju Market's happening. That's interesting. And like what's available in it. That's cool. So we need essence. We need whitestone votives. I think we have these. So no need to worry about those. But I don't know how to make the votives. And then just lots of essence. You're on that quest as well? Cool. When you hop on, we'll work towards it together. Nom 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 nom. Nice, cool water. Beans! Oh, just bean. Just a single bean from that whole vine. A pitiful yield. Alright. I do need more white stone if I'm gonna be making more white stone things. So, there's that. The fact that white stone nodes give so little white stone is somewhat irritating. Essence. I'm so sick of hunting the Muujin, because I've hunted so many of them. I don't think I need Muujin for anything else other than the plushes, which I don't really hunt for plushes, so fine by me. I mean, he was infected, and I don't know what triggered him. But I wanted his essence. Oh. Your essence I can gather. Got him. Alright. And an emerald scale. And no essence? Wait. Okay, I was about to say. I think hunting's a very good method of getting essence. But I don't actually know. I'm sure someone out there's done the math. And I wish they would do it for me. Because I'm honestly too lazy right now. I like that everything in this kind of content area you can just quick shoot, though. You don't really need to take a whole lot of time to do the aiming. Up and up we get. Unless you can't get on top of these rocks, which... Okay. Okay. Still a lot of crops. Sir, I don't think you know how trading in this game works. Oh, server switch. Treasure. I don't know if treasure's worth any fucking essence, but it is definitely worth digging up for the relics. Okay. Nice. Banner 3. Pretty sure I'm done with the banner, so I don't need any of the banner pieces, but more for trading, I suppose. Yeah, I thought he was infected for a second. He is not. Infected toad. I feel like there can be an entire, like, Mario game about an infected toad. Like, he just picks up some form of, like, cordyceps. And you're fighting a zombie enemy. And it's all just zombie toads, and you're like, I'm sorry to... Like, Luigi with tears in his eyes, with a double-barrel shotgun, just, like, blowing away toads. Hello, YouTube Zoristar, how are you? Man, it's so good. Alright. I'm not gonna mess with those mushrooms. They take far too much effort to hunt down for what they actually give you, which is not much. Battletoads. I think that one's already taken. I don't know, that copyright might have lapsed by this point. I don't know when the last Battletoads game to come out was. I think it was like the 90s though, so probably still good. Can I help you? My cat is being nosy. Alright, so we can gather some mushrooms off these trees here, but I know for a fact that I have enough of those mushrooms. But there's 3 on this tree, so just when in Rome, gather up all of Rome's ingredients and use them to make a rebellion against the Roman Empire. That's how the saying goes, right? Well, all these pixies, and none of them are infected. Good thing about the infected guys is normally you can see them from quite a ways away. I wonder if I can actually up my render distance at all without messing with the pardon me. Without messing with the stream. View distance was already set to epic. So, I guess no. It's as good as it's gonna get. Which, you know, props to the optimization, I guess. the fact that this not real great computer can run both Palia and the stream without any performance woes. Very good. Yo, what is up, Justa Kimmy? How you doing? How was your day today? Mine was pretty uneventful, but tiring regardless. Sleepy and rough? I'm sorry. I hope your sleep was alright at least. Alright, nothing on Frog Island over here, but there is an infected frog over here. Oh. Whiff. He's either in... Okay, I was like, you are infected, right? You're glowing. That's the main thing I look for on the infected creatures. It's not actually the black goo. It's the bright blue glow. Right now I'm just going for essence. We're going to... Zora's gonna get on here in a minute. We're going to go finish Nurture of Shadows, which gets you the free pet, so that I can actually have a pet, along with everyone else. So I need to figure out how to make these votives, get white stone, and then just get a bunch of essence. Because I'm pretty sure the koi I already have, and if I don't, they should be a relatively quick pickup. And I definitely already have the mushrooms. So I was getting into an internet debate earlier, less of a debate, more just a comment section on a small YouTube channel I follow, which is nice. It's nice being part of small YouTube, and just getting to chat with, you know, content creators and their small communities and stuff like that. Because for the most part, they're not full of assholes. But. Yeah, one of the comment sections I was kind of in today was on a comic video, and they were like, the creator themselves, like, post a question under every video. Great for engagement, good idea, I'm totally ripping that off. But he's like, hey, you know, like, who do you think the best DC character is? And this is on a video covering, like, how cool of a character Dick Grayson is. Like, Dick Grayson is... the first Robin into Nightwing, for those that don't know. The first Robin? Yeah, I think the first Robin. He might be the second Robin. Look, I'm not a timeline gremlin. Okay, I don't know all of the bits and bobs, but I do know enough to be dangerous. Hot, yeah. I think that is a collective agreement on all of DC's content. It's like, Dick Grayson? Hot. No, stop glitching out. There we go. I may join Yes the Flying Grayson actor, bad boy. Yeah. Yeah, if you're interested in the channel, it's like Heath Comics or something. Here, let me get it right. Because if I'm gonna shout out someone, I'm gonna shout out someone right. Shorts. Nope. Not the right guy. Nope. That's the same wrong guy. I would shout out that guy, but this is like the first time I've actually seen his shorts. Just scroll. Just scroll, it'll pop up. Scroll until you see comics. It's like been showing me every one of this guy's videos. I might actually, like, be out of new content from him. Fuck it. History. Because I'm like, I should just be able to find the short that I was just talking about, because I was just looking at it. Oh, you know what? It's in my notifications, because, yeah. So it's Keith Comics. So shout out to It's Keith Comics. But, yeah, he was just talking about how dope Dick Grayson is. Totally agree. One of the best characters. Like, and, like, my normal comment on that video, like, not in response to a specific question, was just like, there is a reason why, like, Dick Grayson is the de facto leader of the superhero community when the big three are gone. Like, he is the first Robin. He's been around like 80 plus years. The dude, like, led the Titans, which was like one of the first, if not the first, like, young superhero groups. And, like, he's just a prodigious badass. He has, like, the moral compass of Superman, the, like, strict, like, controlled brutality of Batman, and, like, I'm gonna say it, he has the courage of Wonder Woman. Like, the man will go toe-to-toe with Darkseid if he needs to. He's just such a good character. And has been around so long that he's, like, well-deserved in his place in the superhero community. And then, like, the immediate question that he posed to the rest of it was also, like, who's the best DC superhero? And it's like, well, the answer, you just answered it. It's Dick Grayson. Slade? What about Slade? Slade's just a punk. Anyone that says otherwise needs to read more Titans, I guess. Or Green Arrow. But is he hot though? Yeah, I mean, a lot of people go for the mask look, man. He was a big thing for him. Well, yeah, like Slade was definitely one of the first, like, this is Dick Grayson's cross to bear, not Bruce Wayne's. Like, it was one of the first characters that he got to deal with that was not intrinsically tied to Batman. And they just, like, solidified that with Lazarus Contract, which is so good. But yeah, another thing, another like comment chain on another one of those videos, was just like Etrigan's badass, like who's a character as good if not better than Etrigan, like in kind of the niche that Etrigan fills. For those that don't know, if anyone doesn't know, Etrigan is the demon that Jason Blood, I believe, turns into. I believe it's Jason Blood, but he speaks all in rhyme, which is a really neat thing, and he's a holdover character from, like, back when printed comics was, like, the only medium of comics we got. But it feels like whoever created him, I don't know his creator off the top of my head, really thought about how it would translate over into, like, television and stuff, which was, like, just becoming a medium, like, when the character was invented. So, like, he was a very forward thinking character, I believe, and he's got such a cool gimmick, man. Like, at first, like, kid me definitely thought, like, oh, he just speaks in rhyme? Lame. But, like, modern day me is, like, whenever Etrigan shows up, he also gives monologues. Like, it's like, that is a trope of his character, and DC basically decided, like, okay, if we can't have someone show up and give a badass monologue, then we can't use Etrigan. Like, we're just gonna use someone else. But, like, whenever they use Etrigan, they're like, give this motherfucker a monologue. And it's the greatest thing, like, every fucking time. Ah, man, I love the magic side of DC. I love the magic side of DC so much. I think it's so much cooler than the magic side of Marvel. But, like, it does not get enough love, man. Like, you've got at least 3 insanely cool characters in fucking Zatanna and, I guess Dr. Fate, but I was gonna say, fucking Constantine and Etrigan. Like, those are the big 3 of the magic world in comics for me. It's really cool. Who is the worst Robin or member of the Bat family? I almost always go with,
Try not to die.
Red Robin. Fucking... See, this is the thing, is I have so little respect for him, I, like, have a tough time remembering his name. But he was the, what, 3rd Robin? Like, he definitely has... The thing is there's a lot of favorite kid syndrome happening there, because, like, Dick Grayson gets a whole lot of love just for being the first guy, but then you also have, like, Red Hood, Jason Todd, who gets all the love for being the first Robin to fucking die. Like, that's why he gets the love that he does. Like that, and, like, the entire story of the Red Hood is badass, and he's the person that the psychopaths of the fucking fandom can look at and be like, look at him, he's so cool. Which, you know, something to be said for that, and not a whole lot of good, but, hey, it's true. Weakest member of the Bat family. So I'm gonna limit this to, like, original Bat family. So you got, like, Batwoman, Batgirl, and then the Robins. I'm gonna limit it to that, and then I'm going to follow that up by saying, Batwoman is the weakest. And I think it's just because her character hasn't had a particularly strong writer in a long time. Hey, what is up, Esper? We're talking comics. Mainly because I was on the comic side of YouTube today, and man, I love the comic side of YouTube. But, yeah, I do believe that the weakest of the Robins is Red Robin, and the weakest of the Bat family is Batwoman, because she has, like, 1 or 2 good story arcs, and she has had, like, 1/10 of the content as someone else. Like, Damian Wayne just became a fucking character, like, in terms of comics, like, yesterday. And he has way more story and character development than Batwoman does a whole lot of the time. Like, and you can't say Batgirl or anything like that, because the story of Barbara, like, becoming fucking Oracle and then going through the Killing Joke and stuff like that, like, it's fucking amazing! I kind of forgot Batwoman existed. Exactly my point! She is the weakest of the Bat family insofar as, like, a brand, I guess. Like, don't get me wrong, the red, like, hair and stuff like that, iconic. Like, she's got a great costume, and she does have a great character. It's just she doesn't have any story. Like, she is missing years of character development that the rest of the Bat family has, including the most recent member in Damian Wayne. And even if you want to get more recent than that, fucking, what's his name? Lucius Fox's son, who became the new Batman Forever. Batgirl has her own kid show? Oh, really? That's cool. See, and I do think that does a Bat family member a whole lot of justice, is giving them an animated series. Because, like, Batman, for me, was just a big fat fucking nerd until like I saw Batman the Animated Series. Like kid me was just like, man, Batman sucks. And that like broke my grandpa's heart because okay, so my grandpa like he was the one that really got me into comics, like with his love of like Spider-Man and like Daredevil, and like whenever there was a new superhero movie, if like we were together, we were watching that. Those and horror movies. My grandpa was a fucking G. Love that guy. And uh like when like Batman stuff would come out, I wouldn't be all that excited about it, and he'd be like, "Why?" And I'd be like, "Because Batman's a big fucking nerd." Like I liked the funny superheroes, and he was like super duper serious. So it wasn't really a thing for me. But then Batman Animated. Specifically, it was Batman Forever, actually. I went back and kind of watched reruns of Batman the Animated Series, but it was really Static Shock and fucking Batman Forever that got me into the Batman, like, mythos. And then it got super cool, like, because I'd go back and watch animated shows and Justice League Unlimited and stuff, and all that stuff was super fucking hype. And, you know, translates really well into a lot of the stories that the Bat family has gotten. I should check and see if I have these quest things. I also don't know how to make a votive. Anyone in chat know how to make a white stone votive? White stone. Yeah, so I don't have any votives. But then the other thing is the koi. DC superhero girls. I guess just it's not just her show, but she's a main character. IG is I guess, right? You're the person I've seen use that the most. I don't hang out with enough people using modern speech right now. Yeah, it's I guess. Okay, cool. Batwoman is animated too. Yeah. Wait. So they canceled the live-action Batwoman in favor of an animated Batwoman? No, I will totally do shorthand. I just need to know what the shorthand is. You have it at the crafting table. Got it. Cool. So we'll look into that. And then what was the other? It was the flip fish. 15 of these bad boys. I'll take 16. Why not? Probably gather more anyways. Let's throw this hook on and we'll go get some koi. Pawns. So I guess this is just pawns daytime. It was live action? Yeah, so I know there was a live action one that got canceled to my knowledge. Alright, we just need beans. Oh. Alright, cool. And we do have to actually hew that stone, so that's also good to know. Alright. And I'll just keep a hold of these 3 to remind me that I need beans, because I'll actually gather them from my farm. Batman Mystery of the Batwoman. Oh, okay. The Batwoman is a movie. Oh, okay. Yeah, so if it's an animated movie, see, that's another thing, is, like, DC's animated movie game has always been on point. I know that there was a collective, like, people thought there was a big drop-off, like, a few years ago. I don't know anything about that. I haven't watched, like, recent ones. The last one I saw was, Justice League, Gods and Monsters. Like, I always forget that my fucking thing is over here. Which was, like, a machinima movie. Like, that's kind of how old all of that was. But whenever Warner Brothers Animated, whenever like DC's animated segment gets involved in something, I get way more excited about it because they kick ass. And I always thought, and I've said it on stream, there's recordings of me on the internet saying this, that Like, they should have just taken the Batman animated series or like, the animated, what do you call it, like, universe, and they should have just one-to-one copied that shit into live action. Because it was all, like, perfectly written, perfectly paced, like, gorgeous fights. Like, the weakest part about it was the fact that they made so many of them that, like, you get a lot of crossover with stories, and if you don't tell them exactly right, the universe gets a little weird. But, I think they did animated Mortal Kombat movies, and I like those. That's cool. I've never heard of an animated Mortal Kombat movie. Like, I'll watch the damn Mortal Kombat Fatality, like, reels when a new Mortal Kombat game comes out, and that's my Mortal Kombat animated movie right there. Where is a pond considered? Like, right out here is a pond, right? We'll just do that. I love Mortal Kombat. I wish they would do more animated shit with Mortal Kombat. I wish they would do more R-rated animated stuff, and I think that Invincible's existence is going to help that immensely. I do want to see a bigger screen version of something like a Mortal Kombat animated movie, though. And because Mortal Kombat fails so often in live action, I don't think any studio is actually going to greenlight it with any kind of budget, which also sucks. There's one where it's Scorpion-based, or it's Sub-Zero, or it's both. It's been a while. Yeah, so that is the classic, like, Mortal Kombat, like, the first story you tell in any universe is always Scorpion and Sub-Zero. And I don't know if it's because it's supposed to be, like, the basis for the universe, because it really isn't. Like, knowing Mortal Kombat lore, like, Scorpion and Sub-Zero, very small players on the scale of, like, the Mortal Kombat, like, goal, the goal of the tournament, and the things with the gods and all that. Like, nah, they're just two dudes that really fucking hated each other for a long time, like, killing each other. Like, that's all that story is really about. And then you get into, like, hell and a little bit of that later. But, yeah, they're just there to be cool revenge story. Exactly. Like, their story is always the first one told, and I never understand it. Because I guess it sets the tone that, like, listen, the stories in this universe don't really matter. We're just here to see people fucking murder each other. But, like, I think it's interesting that they choose that every time. And I wish, much like retelling the Batman origin story over and over again, I wish they'd stop fucking doing it. Like, move on. Show me how Raiden trained to become an insane hat-throwing god, and then, like, decided that that means he could fight God. Or just show me Luke Cage, or not Luke Cage, fucking, the actor. I can't remember his name right now. But, like, give me a story where he's doing fucking Tropic Thunder out in, you know, Southeast Asia, and that's how we get fight scenes between, like, Johnny Cage, that's it. Between Johnny Cage and, like, freaking, dude, what's his name before he gets his arms ripped off? Fucking, why, I can't remember his name right now. But, yeah, show him fighting them, and then show him fighting, make it interesting, make it, like, Kitana, like, just before, like, he's just mistakenly fighting Kitana, and then he just, like, goes and, enters the tournament because they, like, fall through a portal or something. Raiden doesn't throw the hats, it's the other guy, Kung Lao. Yeah, Kung Lao. Raiden is the god. Kung Lao is the hat guy that decides to fight God. Mortal Kombat's story is crazy. It doesn't much matter. Like I said before. I only have a loose understanding of it because it's only loosely important. I love Mortal Kombat lore. I love that it exists. I wish it was actually kind of more ridiculous than it actually is. Because they definitely took big strides since Mortal Kombat 8 to, like, rein in the story to a point where it actually has linear points and, like, beginnings and ends. And motivations for people to fight in the Mortal Kombat. Like, they've done great things for the story. I just don't think it's that important. Liu Kang kind of ruined the lore now, and now it's all started over, and I haven't caught up. Yeah, yeah, I know that Mortal Kombat 1 was like the reset, and I think it's because they kind of hit, you know, the end of their story with the first one, and they're like, okay, maybe we can do the AU thing, the alternate universe thing that, like, everyone else is doing right now, because, like, Marvel has had Ultimate Comics for ages and ages, and then, like, DC just started ripping that off with the Absolute Universe, which, like, it sounds weird that they're ripping off the Ultimate Universe because, like, they've always kind of had the multiverse and multiversal stories and spin-offs and stuff like that. So it's not new for DC, but now it's, like, all under one line and all following one world, and that's the Absolute Universe, which relaunched the New 52 universe. So it's the new kind of... Technically, it's the main continuity, even though the main continuity... There's basically a time split that happens, so... Let's just say, so every age in DC ends with a crisis, right? So you got like the original Crisis on Infinite Earths, and then you go into like Infinite Crisis and Time Crisis and stuff like that. And pretty much half of those are universe resetting for DC. It kind of gives them a chance to redo Origins and stuff like that. So what happened at the end of the last Crisis event, which actually wasn't even called a Crisis, but it was the end of the New 52 era of modern comics from DC. So pretty much everything from like 2010 to like 2025. It was like 15 years. It was a decent span. They had the New 52. They get to their Crisis event, and then in the Crisis event, there's a split. There's a timeline split. Two different things happen. And on one side, you get the Ultimate Universe, and on the other side, you get the main continuity universe that has all of your normal, like, Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman comics. Like, you've got Detective Comics and Action Comics that are all taking place in that new universe. And what happened in that universe is that they were able to, like, destroy a creation goddess that was going and remaking multiverses, but in the process, that, basically reset the multiverse. You didn't just reset the universe, you reset the multiverse, so basically, if you lived your life, like, your whole life, and every choice you made, like, up to the current day, split off into a different choice, and you get branching universe. You get branching universe multiverse theory. That's, like, how that theory works. Well, at that point in time, they basically took everything but the main universe, like the main Earth 1 universe, and they said the rest of the multiverse, every decision up until that point, which had branched off a million times, that's all reset. And then moving forward, we're going to have more multiverses, but it's going to basically split from that point in time as far as decisions and stuff having consequences on the multiverse. With one exception. The other timeline that started when the New 52 ended, which is the Absolute Universe, follows a universe in which they lost, but they didn't lose because they couldn't destroy the goddess. They lost because they destroyed the goddess, but only with the help of Darkseid, who then takes the power and is like, fuck every single one of you, fuck this entire universe, you're all too much of a pain in my ass. I'm making my own universe, and it's going to be a universe without, I think it's hope. Like it's a universe where, like, pretty much every worst case decision, even if it's not like immediately obvious that it's the worst case decision, like every worst case decision for this universe is kind of made. So that's how you get the absolute universe, and you end up with massively different kind of like gods and monsters versions of all of the heroes in DC's landscape. Cuz like Martian Manhunter right now, like he's like an abstract concept in the human detective John Jones's head. And like he's basically just like Martian smoke and is just like presenting like he's still massively telepathic, like he can read the thoughts and basically emotions of the people around him, which is really fucking cool, and for a private detective like John Jones, very useful for his job. So you've got that insanely artsy kind of high concept thing going in Green Martian in the Martian Manhunter comic. But then you've got like Superman, who's like, okay, so we start with Krypton existing, that's cool. That's where the similarities fucking stop, because the Kryptonians became at some point like a heavily classist kind of civilization where the people in the scientific class were like ruling the planet, but like not doing science on the side. So they couldn't figure out that like their planet was dying. They basically just became fat fucking corporate industrialists. And they like had this super biased caste system that basically just threw out anyone that wasn't popular into like working castes around the planet. So Kal-El and his family are actually fucking like minors. They're like still super fucking smart people, but because they said the wrong things and pissed off the wrong people, they ended up in the L's, in the working caste. So like they knew the planet was gonna end and stuff like that, so they but they, instead of having like years and years of knowing it, they like immediately had to evacuate Krypton, and it led to like all of them fucking dying. And Superman like couldn't activate the light speed, or he did activate the light speed, but it only goes like kind of a realistic light speed, so it took like 23 years for him to get from like Krypton to Earth. And when he crashed on Kent Farms, like the police force for the world shows up, and the police force is the fucking Peacemakers, and they're led by fucking Ra's al Ghul, which is insane. So it's like Marvel's What If. So it's less like What If, because it's not like all of these are happening in a separate universe, and like they're all happening on their own separate timelines. No. The thing about the Absolute, so it's like Marvel's Ultimate Universe, because it is more grounded and realistic, and it is set in a kind of realistic time frame. So like the months that go by as the issues are passing are like actual time passing in the comics. Now, right now, Marvel's Ultimate Comics are doing that like permanently. They're like always the Ultimate Universe is going to release like 6 months from now. Like right now, they're like 6 months from now, the Maker is going to come out and start doing like end of the world shit. And like the Ultimates have 6 months to get ready for that, in both comic time and in real time. So that's a cool kind of gimmick that they're doing. And the current DC the current DC Absolute Universe is like more realistic in a grounded time frame, in which like maybe they'll do like a year time jumping kind of the month, but or maybe like the issue will only be a couple of days worth of time. And like it's much like the old Ultimate Marvel Universe, because the Miles Morales Ultimate Universe kind of was just like, we're roughly going to be in the right time frame, and people are going to be like aging in these comics, and like you're going to have the current president and stuff like that. So it's less like a day here is a day there, and it's more like, this is happening generally in the modern day, as opposed to what comics would consider their weird, vacuumous, timeless kind of, like, primary timekeeping methods. Where do I get this koi? I feel like I'm fishing in the wrong place for this koi, or with the wrong bait. Hold on. Scarlet koi. Yeah. Pawns using glowworms. At any time of day. Okay. Is this not a pond? Is that the problem? What have I been getting? Mossy fins, bottom of pools. All of Elderwood, that doesn't help. Be not afraid of the angelfish. And yes, it is very pretty. I saw that comment earlier. Yeah, I have no idea if this is a pond or not. You think I was using the wrong bait for a bit? Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't doubt that at all. I'm pretty certain I was using the wrong bait there for... Plus, I did use 2 different kinds of baits. Just trying to see if I could fish up the other one, so... Not surprising at all. Alright. Let's run up north. And fish in something that I know is a pond. Or I know at least should be a pond. Here, let me... I'm going to go ahead and run ads now, so I don't have to remember to run ads later. Just know that you're not missing much. You're missing me running from one place to another and starting to fish. And then we could talk more comics or something. Dismiss the messages. Alright, cool. Also, I should check and see if we can turn this stuff in. Couldn't run around with a fishing pole out like a goddamn lance. Like, come there! Charge! Alright, so I already have that necklace piece. That sucks. Don't think I got the pot. No, I didn't. The other horn piece? Nah, man. I missed all of them. I thought I at least got one of those. Oh, this statue is not the same as the ancient machine. I thought it was statue. Okay. Cool. Well. C'est la vie.
What do you want?
Is it cold outside? I hadn't noticed. God, that's such a comic book response. Like fucking Bruce Wayne is just like, oh, it's cold. I didn't notice.
How enchanting to see you again.
That's like a one-liner you'd use against Freeze.
Time is our greatest enemy. Hello, you beautiful illusion, you.
Okay. Bright-eye butterfly. Okay. I think I have one of those. Maybe I can get it for
Important. I can feel it.
It's 9 p.m. So yeah, let's do that because I think we can't fish up. Any time of day might include night. I don't remember how the wiki words shit. Let's go home. Look for bright-eyed butterfly. Man, I also can't wait to like info dump and lore dump on you guys when I play Cyberpunk's new update. I love Cyberpunk, man. I have beaten that game 3 separate times. And I'm going on a 4th, actually, now that I think about it. Maybe I'll finish that before the patch drops. Keep that in case I need it for a quest. Okay, only have the one. Alright, cool. We do need to slice the stone! Here? Yeah. That's platinum. I think we only need 6 more? Maybe 10. Okay, we'll do that. And then we shall, bright-eye butterfly, bright-eye butterfly, bright-eye butterfly. Say that 10 times fast. I always go to that like it's an actual chest that I can pull stuff out of normally. Like, I guess it is, but... I was gonna say I shouldn't use it like that, but, like, this ain't real life. This is a video game. Take whatever shortcuts you want. Anyway, bright-eye butterfly. Yeah, let's go. Alright, cool. So we'll give that to Eloisa, and we'll continue mining stone and looking for essence. And make our way to the fish. Got totally sidetracked on my way to fish, guys. But eventually there will be more fish. Oof, bit laggy on the load there. Bit rough. Alright, where's the pin? Oh, did it clear my pin? Hate that. Just keep the pin up. I know, like, it's probably all on the same map, and if they kept the pins up, then you'd look off in the distance and just see a pin for, like, 6,000 meters away, because it's a different fucking spot in the overworld. I think that's how you could reduce load times if you have it optimized really well, like it's on Unreal or something. Freaking Blender just like Blender and Unreal Engine just updated, and they both look fucking sick. But I'm like almost certain it's because they use AI. So I'm like, oh, like how bad do I want to get back into this? Because like, 1, 3D model making, and 2, loading things like that into Unreal Engine, I won't get more specific than that right now, is like really fucking interesting to me, and a thing that like, if I could do this as a full-time job and didn't have to go to a day job to, you know, eat, like, I would be learning how to do that every single day and treating that as my job and making really, really, really cool art. But that is a future goal, not a current reality. Turnpike, mini mullet, class pallia. Damn. I'm like hoping for one of these to tell me like I'm a pond fish, so I know that this is actually considered a pond. But whatever. So I want to know, what are your guys' favorite comic book characters? And if you have one, what is your favorite, like, comic book to read, to, like, sit down and read? Because I know that, like, my favorite characters are not necessarily the ones I'd gravitate towards if I'm going to plop down and read a comic book. Like, I will gravitate towards, like, reading Thor and, like, Hulk and stuff like that, but, like, when it comes to seeing them on screen, I really love, like, Chadwick Boseman's Black Panther was fucking amazing. Like, getting to see, like, the just swinging action of Spider-Man and stuff like that. Because I think, honestly, the story in Spider-Man movies, like a 2-hour movie, is not long enough to put, like, the emotional punch behind a Spider-Man that I, like, really fucking love to read. But it doesn't matter because he's also got a really cool power set. So he will, like, look really cool in both kind of mediums, but for different reasons, you know? Meanwhile, Thor is just fucking awesome to read, man. If you ain't read a Thor comic in a while, like, his last 4, 5 volumes are fire. Fire! Absolutely fire. I love them all. They do weirdly keep trying to shoehorn in the fact that the mother of Thor is the Phoenix, which is like a really weird through line. I will say that has been odd to see Marvel pushing. It's like, yeah, you could just mention that. Like, there's still going to be people out there that are like, screw you, I want like Gaia to be his fucking mom or whatever. Because it was written in one comic back in like the 80s. Yo, that's dope. Cool, I'll keep a hold of this one in case I end up needing it for a quest or a collection board or something. But I know I had to catch one of these to get my relic. I don't have a comic that I read, but I see a lot of X-Men stuff. I always get drawn to it. Fair enough. X-Men is solid. I love a lot of X-Men stuff. My most recent favorite thing of X-Men would have been the Krakoan era. If they didn't just botch the ending, like, in its entirety, it was very disappointing. Kind of ruined the whole thing for me. Yeah, it's the Bag of Illusion. Yeah, I've already maxed out mine, so I definitely don't need it anymore. Thank you for confirming that. That was a loud tree going down. Oh. Come on, Turnpike. Where does Eloisa go when she leaves? Oh, she doesn't leave. That's right. Like, a few of the NPCs leave the Everwoods, which is weird, because a few of them just don't. A few of them are like, I'm only here because you have a quest with me. And I'm useful for you to have 24/7 access to. And it's like, alright, fine. You're basically just a mailbox. Got it. I'm gonna leave, go get some sleep. Alright, all good. Good night. Hope you rest well. What is the request? Platinum bar. Is that the same person? Yeah. Oh my god. I saved it. Only because it's an easy fish. Oh my god. Okay. So that was from Laya Iva. That is not the same person. In other sad news, I just went and checked on my print after a few hours because I forgot to check in the list filing. Oh, I'm sorry. Alright, so I do think I can only get it in the day, because I haven't seen it yet. And I've gotten on a few of those betas, which is weird. And that fucking mermaid. Let's do essence farming. Essence farming and look for beans. I guess I can immune to slime and go through this swamp. Probably a good idea. Let's pop immune to slime. No real reason. Bye. Bye. Where the fuck is my loot? There it is. Essence. Yeah, let's go back and then just fast travel over to, I think it's the docks. Dock or Novice Way, I guess. Glowing wall! I love the glowing wall trope. I don't know why video games don't do it more often. I first figured out about it. It was one of the first, like, behind-the-scenes game things I learned about, like, ever. Because I was basically on YouTube, and YouTube would kind of explain to me, like a lot of the very first stuff I looked up was, WoW related. Like, that's how I got onto YouTube, for the most part, is watching WoW content. So I I would look up like, oh, you know, look at this developer trick. Or it would just like pop up while I was looking at other things. And it would be like they in WoW don't necessarily illuminate their darker places like caves and stuff like that. Unless there is like a natural light source to be had there like lava. But no, they will just take, you know, the hallways and stuff that you're walking through, and they'll just make them glow. Like, if you ever notice you're going into, like, a darker area of a game, like, look to see if, like, the liminal spaces kind of between the two areas, like, glow as the source of light. Like, yeah, we have a source of light up here, technically, for this illumination right now. So they have, like, an artificial sun. But, like, that wouldn't make the ground as bright as it is. So, like, everything in this game kind of has a little bit of glow to it. And it's more pronounced even when you get into, like, the mines and other darker areas, but... I want that wave thresher off me. Wondering if I can down it solo. I should be able to. I'm always like one shot off. Nailed him! Nice! Love when it works out. Hey, what's up, Brino? Yeah. Oh. Party invite has been declined. You're already in our party. Oh, well, then invite me to the party. Yeah. What were you printing, if you don't mind me asking? Infected tree! Damn. There's a wave thresher over here. I don't know how big the delay is, but I am also in Discord.
Okay.
Hey! Hello.
Hello. It is another Mononoke mask. Um, because our niece is going to Fan Expo and her friend is doing the Mononoke cosplay,
Nice.
and we sent her a picture of the one that we did for Valorant, and she was like, "Can I please have one?" So there's a under wave tide guy right here, by the way.
Yeah, yeah, let's get him.
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
We did it.
Got him. Much easier with 2 people.
Instead of printing it in 4, I realized our printer is big enough to print it as like basically a whole mask, but the file only gives me one side, so I'm just printing both sides at the same time to see how that goes.
Hmm. See, I would make them one dome, and then I put manual supports under the dome. But I would
don't know
also
how to
only do that if I had a 2-material printer, which I could do the supports on an easier material to get off.
I don't know how to fuse files together yet.
Oh, I use Mesh Mixer. It's not
That's
the
cute.
best. Honestly, if you know Blender, I would use Blender, but it gets the job done. It's a little convoluted, but I'll live. I'm actually looking for white stone too, so if you see that, hit it. Hit
Absolutely.
that. You ever just randomly remember pop from when you were like a teenager?
Hot?
Like pop. Like pop music.
Pop.
Talk about
Oh,
pop music.
all the time. All the
Yeah.
time, there's just random music playing in the back of my head.
Well, yeah, but a decent chunk of the time for me, it's like also specifically pop from when I was a teenager. And I'm like, damn, they really beat that shit into my head. Like, I'm pretty
My
sure I know the first 3 albums of Imagine Dragons.
When I was a teenager and in high school, and middle school, we were at the height of the emo music.
Yeah, CD era, let's go.
So that stuff is always just kind of in the back of my head.
Infected boy. He's gonna
Now,
run towards
do you
me.
have your bag of illusion or
He's
your
already.
bright eye amulet on?
Bag of illusion. You want me to throw my amulet on?
I was just wondering because I know that you were trying to collect stuff. Do you find the amulet to be more useful, or do you find the illusion bag to be more useful when collecting infected?
Infected specifically, I definitely prefer just having the bag and not worrying about my ammo.
Oh, I didn't realize that you didn't have to worry about your ammo if you had that on.
Yeah, I can use whatever ammo I want and catch all the infected shit. That's, I think, the primary benefit to me. Inventory full. I don't care. Give me the essence! Why do I have a sticker pack? I can open that shit.
You don't like the stickers?
Oh, that didn't even have essence. Boo. You okay? Alright, I need to go back. Because I don't have a pet to take shit back yet.
Listen,
Oh.
if I could send you a... Oh, there's a cool infected guy right here.
We were talking about...
Oh, just a slight left. You're fine to get it. Oh, she's like, there's an infected over here.
You know how we were talking about in the car that, like, memes are dead and stuff?
Sure.
The neighbors were just playing Harlem Shake.
R.I.P. chat.
I mean, to be fair, it's kind of a party song now.
I suppose.
So silly. I caught a mermaid. Yeah.
Wonderful.
So now I just have... No, that's not started. I just have one to kind of do what I want with.
Why is fishing in the Elderwood so hard?
Because shark... They have a lot of particularly annoying and active fish. I don't like it. Though, then they do have, like, shit like the jellyfish. So, it's kind of a mixed bag. for all the mushroom meat. I do like the
Hello,
opportunity for
Z.
mushrooms to be used instead of red meat. Very realistic. Hello, Zara. How are you? Just okay. How can I make your day better? Oh, yeah.
I have
I
to
thought you were out
schedule
gardening.
when we do litter box cleanings, like it's like immediately like I need to do this around the point of when I'm taking a shower, or else I'm just not going to do this.
Yeah. Luckily, ours doesn't take that much effort. One of the very last big things we purchased before like things started financially getting screwed up was a really fancy litter box. So it's like an insanely good like auto scooper and stuff like that, and she only has to deal with it once every like 2 or 3 weeks because it's so big.
Oh, not that long.
That's about how often I notice it. Yeah. And with 2 cats with that machine, I think that's about right anyways.
Like, the longest is maybe like 10 days.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I mean,
ours is like
still.
a week and a half too, where I'm like, this needs to be fully changed out.
Yeah. But if I keep up on it, it's like 2-3 days. And I scoop it. Or dump it, I should say. Because I don't scoop it.
Mm.
Only when it needs it. Eh?
It's not one of the igloo ones,
No.
is it?
No.
Or is it?
No, it's a,
It's an orb? It's a sphere?
yeah. It looks like
I think the
escape shuttle.
yeah, I think the
Okay.
brand name one is called an uni, or maybe I'm thinking of ovens.
Hang on, let me look.
I got scared of like those types because I saw somebody's like cat get head dilapidated.
Yeah,
it's
so
not one of
we
those.
did make sure that like the safety features on this one and stuff include like a door sensor and things like that. So like there's very little chance of it. We tested it and everything.
It doesn't rotate. It closes the door, and if the door is pushed in at any point, it stops. And then waits. I think 15 minutes. And
Oh,
then does
okay.
it again.
Yeah, so it never scoops while the cat's in there, and they're... Yeah, the UV was huge for us. I don't know why. Our cat's shit stinks!
So does yours.
No,
Sorry.
our cats will drop the nastiest, stinkiest thing
Yeah.
and just be like, "Why did you do this to me?"
Right? Yeah, they're
Like
like,
the
why
air
do I have
feels
to live
5
with
degrees
this?
warmer after they poop.
Nasty ass cats. That is the sole reason I prefer dogs over cats to this day for 28 years.
Yeah, but if a dog touches
Wow.
me with their beans, they're all scratchy.
Oh yeah, and waking up with severe lacerations is so much better. Like, what
I'm
the
only
fuck?
lacerated like 70% of the time.
See, and my dog hardly ever puts his paws on me when I don't ask him to. That's another thing. I prefer a pet that isn't actively homicidal towards me.
I'd like to point out before we got the kitten, none of the cats were homicidal.
The only one was yellow.
My cats are not actively homicidal, but I do frequently wake up with new scratches on me. I don't do that
Well,
with
how
a dog.
Hey, Jester, I posted a picture
Yeah,
of it in the Discord on the
I pick up.
call.
Yeah, so I guess I just need the koi and whitestone,
Yeah.
so... We'll go back to here, I guess.
I was so very fortunate today from Zeki's coin machine that I got a white flutter fox plushie.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
That's lucky.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
And I
You
don't
can get a
know if
lot of plushies from him.
I mean, I've gotten
I
plushies, sure, but I didn't know, like, a fox was possible.
I also got another giant blue dragon, I
Nice.
think yesterday.
They announced the miniature, the official Dungeons and Dragons miniature for the new Ancient Blue Dragon. And if you, in case you don't remember, I used to have the old official D&D Ancient Blue Dragon mini.
What happened to it?
Huh?
What happened to it?
What happened to it? I think I sold it to a friend. Like, my friend liked it so much that he wanted to buy it from me. And he paid just $10 under what I spent for it. So I got to keep a hold of it for like 3 or 4 years. And then I sold it to him. And hopefully he has sold it to someone else.
Or kept it?
Or kept it, sure, but... Like, now I want one. And I want it to be displayed alongside this new one, because they both look so fucking cool. Because the old one's, like, more rugged, and it definitely has more of the desert vibe of, like, the Western dragon, like, Smaug style, with the cool fucking double horn that the blue dragons have. But then the new one is, like, all sleek and lightning and kind of salamander-esque. I really dig it. And it has lightning painted on the other side of its wings. Which is also cool.
Are they nice dragons or are they mean dragons?
Blue dragons are, they are typically mean dragons. Yeah. They are the evil equivalent of the brass dragons. But yeah, maybe I'll find pictures of the ancient blue dragon minis side by side, and I'll send them in Discord later.
Alright.
When you say minis, like, this has got to be like a pretty chunky mini, right?
So, yeah, so the old minis were all based off of the actual D&D miniature game, which ran for, you know, from, like, late 3.5 to, like, early 5th edition. And they had, like, an official 1" by 1" cube, 1" by 1" square, is officially a 5 foot by 5 foot measurement in D&D. And they made miniatures to scale on that with creatures that are accurately sized. So, to get a gargantuan creature like an ancient dragon, you would have one of these miniatures, but instead of being a 1" by 1" base, it was a fucking, like, 8" by 8" base.
Oh,
Yeah. So, like, volumetrically, they were fucking huge. It was the size of a small cat. Now, are these new miniatures to that same scale? I don't know. I do think they're slightly smaller. But they're much more intricately detailed, because all of the dragons used to be kind of, like, very basic styles. Like, it was still very much 90s art and stuff like that, so all the dragons basically just look like they're different heads on fucking Tiamat. Like, and that's all the kind of dragon art we had. Now we have, like, Eastern dragons and metallic dragons, and they brought back gem dragons, and, like, they have really cool art for pretty much all of these now.
yeah. Neat.
It's nice being able to do things like fishing and hunting and like shit like that and still be able to talk. I think that's my least favorite part about fishing, is that I have to be quiet, otherwise the fishing will suck.
Highly immersive games. Just like,
It detects your mic and it's like, stop talking. The fish will never come. Yeah.
what happens until dawn?
Uh, Until Dawn is the PlayStation video game that had the heartbeat, like
It was a microphone.
it was a microphone that would detect your like breathing and stuff like that, and if you like screamed, like it would fail the QTE and get your character killed.
Like if you got a really good jump scare.
And that
So
was a
there's like
game.
games out there that'll like hook up to your like Fitbit and stuff and be like,
Yeah, so this one was based off of like the controller's built-in hardware, but I could definitely see like some exercise game. Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah, and fucking fitness freaks would pay $3,000 a vest for that shit. It's weird because like I grew up in a household that always got the like Bowflex advertisements. Like so you knew we were kind of like a lower middle class white family. But like the rich people would always get like the Peloton ads and shit like that. And now I work in a place where I'm surrounded by enough of those rich people modifying the ad like algorithm for me that like I'm getting ads for like stupid shit like haptic vest things. And the biggest difference I noticed between like middle lower class advertising for workout equipment and upper class advertisement for workout equipment is that like they're fucking like they get stupid shit. Like the rich people get the dumbest fucking shit, man. Like I saw an advertisement for what is basically a giant wall-sized tablet. Yeah, it's a smart fucking mirror. Yeah, and it's like apparently supposed to track biometric data on you, but I'm pretty sure it just ties to a goddamn Fitbit. And then like lets you have like personal one-on-one like personal trainers, but they're all like virtual, which is the dumbest thing I've ever fucking seen in my life.
so it's the equivalent of a Billy Blaze DVD.
Yeah, I'm like, fucking people were doing this in their living room 60 years ago. Like, fuck off. Like, even before that on the radio, I'm sure. People's form was a lot worse back then.
I kept getting this ad for an extra large tablet that goes on the wall that functions in the form of like a calendar and an organizer.
Oh yeah, my family
And
had one of those for a while, just because we were IT and we had a ton of monitors that were just lying around.
Yeah. Well, like we have a dry erase board on our fridge, and I was like, I kind of want this, and then I was like, is this gonna actually function any more differently than the dry erase board?
Right? It's like, what extra do I get from... And the only answer, like, in my household, when we did use it as a calendar, was that, one, it could be remotely updated, which, fair. And then, two, it would actually give you reminders and shit for, like, stuff on the family calendar and stuff, so... It basically was an early tie-in for a smartphone notification system.
Yeah, I mean, if I had like a calendar that would flash angry red things at me from the fridge, I'd be like, oh yeah, I remember now.
Well, and that's the thing, is once they do get fancy enough, they do get like one or two more useful features, and this one is like, oh yeah, like it can literally like tell me what the traffic between here and there is actively before I leave, so I know exactly when I need to walk out the door. Like, my father did that, and to be fair, his punctuation got, like, 1,000,000 times better after that.
Does it work on ADHD girlies?
You know, it was fairly receptive on me, and I am pretty ADHD. It also worked for my girlfriend at the time. And she was very ADHD. Like the most ADHD person I've ever known.
Ooh.
Sorry.
No, I just feel like I now need to explain to stream that you just have the worst natural timing on needing to clear your throat, and you're never actually using it to punctuate a sarcastic remark or something. Like, it's just, you have uncanny, like, god-awful timing on clearing your throat.
Oof.
I've yet to see a single one of this damn koi. Like, this is supposed to be the fast part of the stream. What the fuck?
Boys are caught in the bay, not ponds.
Why is it not pawns? It says pawns in its literal description. Did it say pond on the damn website? I'm pretty sure it did. Hold on.
Where are the ponds in the Elderwood?
Reopen closed.
Like by that grassy area?
Scarlet koi can be caught in ponds
You're
using
not
glowworms.
catching scarlet koi. You're catching ancient koi.
Yeah.
Oh. I just assumed it was... You're damn right
One
I
is
did.
scarlet and one is purple.
Worm in the saltwater rivers of the Elderwood along the coast. Damn, alright, I stepped in that. Glad Aspro wasn't here to see that.
You're allowed to be outside.
Not your territory.
The saltwater rivers, but not the. So like off
It's
of
like the
Demurdoch?
Yeah.
Okay.
So like over here, off of the Murdoch, yeah.
Well, I'm going to Demurdoch too to fish because I need the ancient koi as well.
Yeah. Just make my way back to the board.
Have either of you gotten the sashimi recipe?
Yes.
Yes, we explicitly went for it, actually.
You still
How
don't
long
have
did
the
it take you
sushi
to
one,
get?
though.
Yes, I am still
have-
missing the sushi.
I have sushi, I just don't have the other thing. When you guys did do the hunt for sashimi, do you remember how long it took?
Like an hour and a half?
It wasn't very long.
Yeah. Man,
Oh,
first
ancient
fucking
koi.
fish. Let's go.
You need 3 of them.
I only need 2.
I got 2 because I'm fishing with. Yeah.
Fishing with the jets.
Huh?
I don't know, I just...
Mm.
You said fishing and then trailed off, and I was like, fishing with the jets.
Is,
I said
Benny and the Jets.
Yeah. That was the idea. anyways.
Shit. Do we know why Kilima and the Umbran Empire was having a war?
Yeah, because the Umbran Empire didn't like the, council.
Telling them they can't use magic.
Right. They were like, fuck you. And good day. And then they got into a war over it.
To be fair, I do think it's a bunch of BS that people can't use magic, but whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
What's PKing saying?
So there's a book series that we like called Witch Hat Atelier, and there's 2 types of witches in the series. There's the pointed hats, which just have like cone-shaped wizard hats, and there's the brimmed hats, which have like big long brims, and they're by far the cooler looking of the pair. And in the series, the I can't remember what the non-brimmed hats are called anymore. They're called. They are actually called. I thought they're called ateliers. Oh, so the ateliers, which are the non-brimmed hats, believe that there should be a strict allowance of what you can do with magic and what you can't do with magic, and they highly, highly limit themselves to the point where uh they don't allow anyone to like have magic unless you're like from very specific families, and these are considered the good guys. But the big secret is that anyone can do magic. It's not special people. It's just that they've decided to keep these things secret because they're
Because they're
worried
dicks.
about, well, they're kind of worried about what humans do.
But they're dicks.
Jeez.
And the brimmed hats believe that magic is in everyone's inherent right, but they they got evil aura, which I'm like, they don't have to be evil. They could just be. It's like Magneto all over again.
Right, yeah. Yeah, fair.
Invite?
Yeah, I thought I invited
Maybe.
you.
I wasn't online.
No, when you got online, I thought I tapped
Yeah,
you.
you might have just missed it.
Okay.
Oh.
I added you. I'm sorry.
I am glitching out.
To be fair,
Glitching out, man.
sometimes with Talia, you could be doing something, and you think you're doing it.
And you definitely did not, yeah.
Well, it says I'm in
The one thing about having the
Starry
mushroom there is the way that it glows makes it look like my mailbox is glowing sometimes when it isn't.
Are you on the same server?
Oh,
Oh, yeah, you
no.
might have to server move to us.
Yeah, I'm on the same server.
Are you in Demurdock?
Oh, but I'm not on the same server as you.
Interesting. Don't look at that.
But I
It's a
went to the
secret for
same
later.
server that Geth was on.
Yes. Her and I are on the same server.
Okay, now everybody shut up.
Okay. Where the hell was I going? Oh, I guess I just need to essence farm now.
Yeah, we use PLA.
Okay.
Yeah, I just need to essence farm.
Yeah, I've got 2166 out of the 35.
How can I buff essence gathering?
Okay. This is where the relics come into.
Yeah, so there is a relic that lets me do that.
So,
Yeah, use the
it's
Bright
kind
Eye
of
amulet
stupid.
for gathering.
Yeah,
So,
I don't even have the amulet
You
yet. So.
can equip. You only can equip them in the central state where you are. But I have the lantern.
Ah, yes, you will give us the buff. That is it.
Yeah.
What does Lantern do?
Lantern buffs everyone else.
Yeah. But and in turn, I also benefit from it. But other than I'm never gonna get to Lantern 4 because I need Maz.
You need what?
The legendary
Oh.
fish.
Yeah, the sharky
Does anyone
boy.
want to beat up this infected wave back
Yes, where are you?
by right where you enter the dock?
To the dock.
Okay, I'm gonna use a slowdown arrow.
Alright. Where is it?
Uh,
I see you.
there's two infected right next to each other. He's kind of behind a bush.
Okay.
Oh, there's two of them.
Yeah, back one
Yeah.
first. Go,
Oh
go,
god,
go.
go.
Oh, man blinked. Okay, where's the other? He's running
The
back.
slowdown
Get him.
arrows are definitely your friend when you're fighting the ogre poo.
Yeah.
Damn it. Ah. God damn. Too many.
Wow, I got 2 starred emerald ogre poo scales from that.
Yep.
And 44 infected essence. Oh, there's a way back right here.
Oh, I see it.
Let me know when y'all ready.
Go for it. There we
Yeah.
go.
Honestly, slowdown arrows, best thing ever. Let them know what.
Around that one. What? Oh, okay.
Okay.
I'm sorry
I
if you
had
hear the
a
cat
go
yelling.
the running lizard like spawn on my head.
Uh,
And then it's
we did not see that
All
on
right,
our side, but that sounds fun.
back to fishing.
what are you fishing for?
Ancient koi.
Oh,
And
Yep.
whatever that other thing is that you need to make your amulet stronger.
Why is my clicking broke? Oh, okay.
get him.
Sure.
Got him.
Get him!
Get him.
Yeah. Could be repicked.
Okay. I must go. My people need me.
We. Are we just leaving Rena to her?
Yeah. She said she'd be right back.
Go chop some trees.
It's not showing.
Deforestation go.
As long as we're just chopping down the infected ones.
Yes.
What every Coloradan says when they need to remove a tree for any reason.
Right. They're like, oh, this one's going to die because of the moths.
This one's gonna die because of the beetles.
There's a. Give me your star, Ruby. Yep. That's
Double loot! Double essence.
got the elder schmoll.
Oh, the,
Pixie. Star, even. Mm.
Who's the best known pixie in your mind?
I want to say it's Petalwing.
Interesting.
If you don't know who they are, they're from ElfQuest.
Okay. Yeah, because, like, as a person that, like, was never, like, they didn't advertise to my demographic, right? So, as someone who was never advertised on various pixie things, the only one I really know of is Tinkerbell. And it's never, like, explicitly stated, yeah, exactly, that she's a pixie. But yeah, it was either that or the existence of, like, a pixie cartoon show. That, see, that in concept is mad to me.
Yeah, Petalwing.
Sound like such a badass when you say it like that.
I'll put it in this one. staring at?
What's he up to?
He's staring past me?
Oh my god. That's like evil looking. Maybe it's the green skin with the purple eyes. I dig the design. Like, that's cool as fuck.
They make the rat stuff. When they
What?
cocoon things, they call it rat stuff.
So they cocoon things like spiders?
Yeah.
That's fucking metal. This was a kid show?
No, this is a comic book.
Got you. Okay. Because I'm like, this sounds badass.
I used to have all the hardcover books, and then of course Corby took them. Okay, sorry.
I don't think that context was necessary.
But I only have one left.
Oh, by the way, platinum here.
Oh.
And I think we should let Kimmy get back for it too.
Yeah.
That's genius. The man just put TTV in front of his name. People are like, oh, streamer. Valor, you good, buddy?
What's he doing?
He's asking for food, I think. Here, let me feed him real quick. I've like very rarely seen that look in his eye, but he's just like, alright, I don't care if it's the kibble, I need to eat now. Typically he'll wait for us to have dinner. So he can beg for it.
Careful.
Oh, break my legs. By the way, I think after this we are gonna go blow some magic money on some food. Something salty sounds extra good right now. I think it's because of that bread from last night.
Oh god. Mike.
Bread? What bread?
What bread?
Yeah, the inedible bread.
It's not.
It
wasn't inedible.
Oh no, I did dig the like bread under the topping.
It's just, you know.
Yeah, that topping. Anyways, look at this. Disturbingly, it was actually good today. I'm not surprised, Valorant. I'm not surprised. It's good most of the time. That was the odd one out.
Did we just like summon power?
Yeah, kinda. That was the first thing he said all stream. I think we managed to get just the bad parts all at once. That's funny. Either that or it, like, mellowed. Like, the salt flavor was neutralized over the course of a small bit of aging. Yes.
Oh, we're waiting for Rena.
Yeah. We said Plat here and she hasn't responded, so I guess it's been long enough we should just take it. I had some last night and some today and it was good. That's wild. I'm glad. Like, I would hate to waste that much bread. But yeah, that was wild how that turned out. Anyways, more essence. Me to your essence.
Hey, Valorant, do you know who Petalwing is from ElfQuest?
No, from ElfQuest. They look fucking badass. Good representation of pixies in media. I don't want my pixies to be pretty little girls. I want my pixies to be fucking gremlins. Should actually make a note of that for, like, the next rendition of this world that I already have kind of, like, percolating. Where the fuck did loot just randomly pop up over here? Did I shoot like a mushroom or something? Did it take that long to die? Oh, well, it was an Elder Schmoll, at least. Pretty sure I hit him with that. He was infected, so I do want that boy. Yes. Bring me his essence. Oh, no essence. Sad. Is it you with my essence? Seem to have essence. Maybe not. Maybe I'm just noticing their coloration at a weird angle. Oh no, that had essence. Okay. Not so crazy. Yeah. Go back to my friendos. Man, I have been like talking non-stop all stream, and I feel it. I feel it in my mouth for the first time in a little while. Okay, so when you talk for long periods of time, for extended durations, without taking a huge amount of water breaks, like I've had a decent amount of water, but I ran out like halfway through. It's fine. We only got like 10 more minutes. Oh, I mean, I guess if it's right here. Thank you. No! Essence boy! I'm back! I mean, to be fair, I'm not the one that shot it initially. Just ran past me. Ah, thank you. But your mouth will kind of get this, like, cotton-mouthy feeling. And it's really hard to, deal with when you, like, podcast. If you do, like, podcasts for a super long time. Because I used to run music shows, which were, like, only an hour. But then all of my podcasts would be, like, 2 to 3 hours. And I was on a lot of fucking podcasts. And, like, I was probably doing, like, 45 to 60 on-air hours a week. Which is, like, insane when you consider that I was also in school to do broadcasting, like, 20 hours a week. So, like, it was a lot of work. And, when you're talking that much, like, it's good to build up the muscles in your mouth to, like, salivate more. Because, like, okay, that man just disappeared into the ether. Alright. Appeared on the other side of the lake. I can't compete with that level of teleportation. Alright. Bye, Brina. Bye, Brina. But yeah, you kind of build up the muscle to talk for hours at a time. I imagine, like, lecturers and stuff also get this. It's one of those cool, like, not evolutionarily, but, like, bodily modifications that a person will take based on their environment. So it's a thing that you build back up, but it's hard to do with just, like, 1-hour streams, like, as infrequently as I do them. It's neat getting back to it a little bit. It's a weird nuance of my career, I suppose. Oh, nice. I think I've gotten that already. Don't know how I got it before you, but congrats. Guess I did go schmoll hunting a few times on my own. I wanted to get a lot of mushrooms because I thought that all mushrooms would be able to be used in place of red meat, and it wasn't, and it was disappointing. Oh. Give me your essence. Thank you. Alright. Well, with that being said, we are kind of reaching the end of stream. What's, do you guys want to be the last topic of the night? Something in the last 5 minutes. Why am I hearing the screams of the damned? The fuck? Oh, the tree thing is soon. The jump. Yeah, I guess we'll do that to finish off the stream. Bouncy, bouncy, bounce. Ooh, pardon. Just realized I can't fish in that pool from there. Luckily, I'm a platforming god. Why are we fireworking? Come here, little cave fish. Bronze bluegill and his essence. What? You don't want that sweet, sweet essence. Let the blue glow. Hey, whitestone. Need to replenish my reservoirs a little bit. I have enough for the quest. Like, I already finished that item, but I do still just need a back supply of whitestone, which seems to keep just coming up. I don't think whitestone is a good resource. Ask me for a platinum bar, please. Something I'll actually use to pick up for its inventory space. Oh, yes, yes. I am on my way to the deep woods. Thank you. Screamy, screamy tree. I do have to get out of this somehow. Up we get. Alright, this is the wrong exit, but I can get to a fast travel point probably faster than I can actually make it to where I'm supposed to be. Oh, maybe I stand corrected. Oh, that is definitely the cave still. Up this way, maybe? Yeah. Alright, cool. I can still definitely make it to a fast travel point quicker. Are you going to the bounce?
Oh, it's about to be over.
Oh, is it already almost done?
Yeah. It starts at 10.
Oh man, I didn't realize I've been lost for this long. Jesus Christ. Alright, cool. Well. Sorry, chat, we won't end with the bounce, but I do got to be going. Getting me some food and some stuffs. But thank you very much for playing with me, and Brina, we will probably be back on later after the foodstuffs. Ah, can I get a seed? Aha, I got a seed! Let's go! I win! I didn't realize that levels up your foraging, too. That's good.
It does.
Not taking, like, all of my experience for nothing. All of my time for 0 experience. I will dig games forever that reward you with experience for just being in the world and doing things, because that's how real life experience works. It actually makes the term make sense. I shouldn't just be earning an arbitrary number of points for your quests, which are random tasks in the world, and not be getting experience for the other tasks in the world. Alright. Home we go. Right. Making good gold, making good gold. I think I've reached my limit of non-star meats, to be honest. Platinum ore, it's nice. So now we just need to essence farm, and once we essence farm, we get our good boy. That probably won't be
Yay.
until next week, though, because...
Welcome back.
Can you turn that TV back
Oh,
on?
yeah, welcome back.
So, the print failed again,
Unfortunate.
and I'm starting to blame the new PLA that I bought.
Yeah, sometimes it just feels like a bad roll. I get that.
Where'd you get it from?
Amazon,
Hmm.
some
Yeah.
kind of generic brand. I was like, ooh, it's $12 a roll
Oh.
instead of 20. Yeah,
Yeah,
and
I
now
mean,
I'm like,
if you
nah.
could do something like desiccate your own roll, which they sell like chambers, like desiccation chambers and stuff to get all your PLA to the exact same humidity every time.
Mm.
And I think that that's a good option for people that have one of those, maybe, and can guarantee their own humidity levels. But if we have to worry about if it's being shipped from like California or whatever, then
You just get it from Micro
it could
Center.
be problematic. Well, yeah, and because they've been sitting on the Micro Center shelves for so long that they're pretty good.
Oh,
But also inlaid is like $24 a roll.
so far the Creality filament everything always comes out great with the Creality filament, and then other stuff is like maybe.
It's just like anything you would buy. You have hits and misses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd rather get my product and have it be a miss than never get my product and just be pissed.
Right?
Which happens more often than not here.
Yeah. Why does it keep doing this? Every time I go and switch the HDMI cable, when I come back and sit down, it's already back on Roku.
Oh. Your TV's like, no, but you want to do this, right?
The Roku remote is the most sensitive creature I have ever encountered. You can just look at the Roku remote and it'll be like, you want to watch TV?
Would you like a new Roku remote? I believe we have a spare here.
No, this is a brand new Roku.
Okay.
Like, oh, I was sitting on a Roku remote. You were right. Every time I went to go sit down, I was like, good, I got my game back up.
That's a good scene from a sitcom right there. Alright, goodbye, stream.
Goodbye, stream.
Until we meet again.